In our previous video, we talked about the best upcoming racing games, but you wanted even more. So here are 10 more awesome racing games coming out in 2024 and beyond, starting with Wreckfest 2. Wreckfest 2 is the highly anticipated sequel to one of my favorite Demolition Derby racing games, and it now has a Steam page. According to that, this sequel promises to take the chaotic fun of its predecessor to a new level with a better physics engine, deeper damage mechanics, and improved car customization. The single-player career mode has been entirely reimagined from the ground up, offering a fresh experience for all types of racing players. On top of that, the game will include local split-screen multiplayer, which is great news, especially for the OG fans of the game. While a specific release date hasn't been announced yet, Wreckfest 2 is expected to be available on current-gen and last-gen consoles, as well as PC and Nintendo Switch. Then we have CarXStreet, a stunning new open-world racer that's looking pretty great. Think of it as a modern take on classics like Need for Speed Underground, but with an extra focus on car customization. You're free to roam around Sunset City, challenge rival crews, and upgrade your cars with a deep tuning system. This game originally made waves on mobile, but I think the devs are now ready to take things to PC, with console versions coming later. Customization seems to be a big part of this game, with tons of options to tweak and personalize your car to match your style. The game gives you the choice to play competitively or just cruising around the open world. CarXStreet offers a bit of everything. This one is coming out soon in August 2024. Next on our list is Synalgia, Retro Arcade Racing, a game that seems to be a love letter to the golden age of arcade racing. If you're a fan of that neon-soaked, synthwave vibe, this game looks like it's going to hit all the right notes. The visuals are packed with vibrant colors and retro aesthetics, so from what I've seen, it's all about capturing that old-school feel with a modern twist. The gameplay seems to lean more towards the arcade side, meaning you can expect fast-paced, over-the-top racing rather than a realistic simulation. The other thing that I love about Synalgia is that you can play solo or with friends. From what I've learned, there's also a local multiplayer mode that lets you race head-to-head, which is perfect for some couch competition. The game also seems to offer a good amount of customization, so you can tweak your cars to fit your style. The release date is yet to be announced for this one. I'm usually more into car racing, but every once in a while I like to dip my toes into bike racing, and Mad Skills Motocross Chasing the Dream definitely looks like one to keep an eye on. From what I've seen, this game is all about capturing the thrill of motocross with fast-paced, high-flying action. It's got that classic dirt bike racing vibe, but with modern touches that should be enough to make you excited, and it's got some cool physics as well. The game seems to offer a variety of tracks with plenty of jumps and obstacles that will really test your skills. Plus, it looks like there's a solid progression system in place, so you can keep pushing yourself to improve and unlock new bikes and gear. If you're into motocross or just looking for a change of pace from car racing, this might be a great option. Then we have EXO Cars, a unique VR racing game that seems to offer some seriously realistic car physics, which is going to make your experience that much better. From what I've seen, this game is all about keeping things unpredictable, with tracks that really push your driving skills. The game's got racing modes like Rally Rush for those off-road adventures and street racing for some intense city action. EXO Cars seems like it's got a little something for everyone. Now, let's talk about multiplayer. EXO Cars seems to have a pretty solid setup where you can race against others at your skill level, which sounds like a great way to stay competitive. And if you're more into racing with friends, the game has real-time multiplayer too, so you can finally settle those friendly rivalries. Plus, the customization options look fun. You can really make your car your own as you climb up the leaderboard. This one arrives on October 17, 2024. Then we have this super chaotic and over-the-top racing game, Rocket Arena Car Extreme. This game feels like a more arcadey take on Death Race, where the focus isn't just on crossing the finish line, but doing it with as much explosive action as possible. You have to blow your rival cars with all sorts of crazy weapons. Expect to see plenty of rockets, explosions, and wild stunts as you try to take over other cars. The game seems to prioritize fun and chaos over realism, which is perfect if you're in the mood for some fast-paced, no-holds-barred racing action. You can play the game solo or take on your friends in multiplayer. Race is coming out on 1st of October this year. Then we have GT Manager. If you've ever wanted to be the brains behind a racing team rather than just the driver, GT Manager might be the perfect game for you. This game isn't about getting behind the wheel instead, it's about making the critical decisions that lead your team to victory. From managing your budget to fine-tuning your cars and strategies, GT Manager looks like it's going to offer a deep and rewarding experience for anyone who loves the strategic side of racing. GT Manager puts you in charge of every aspect of your racing team's operations, from hiring drivers to upgrading vehicles. The game seems to offer a wide variety of cars and tracks, so there's plenty to keep you engaged as you work your way up the ranks. Whether you're a hardcore motorsport fan or someone who enjoys management sims, GT Manager looks like it's going to deliver a compelling experience when it drops on September 3rd, 2024. Psycho makes it onto this list because it brings back some serious road rash vibes, which just so happens to be one of my all-time favorite games. If you're into chaotic, action-packed racing games, this one looks like it's going to be right up your alley. From what I've seen, Psycho is like a wild mashup of Superhot, racing and road rash. Think intense, high-speed chases where the rules go out the window and anything goes. You get to shoot at cars which pops their doors out, taking out your rivals as they try to overtake traffic. This game's all about fast-paced, adrenaline-fueled action with a healthy dose of combat thrown into the mix. From the trailers, it looks like you're not just racing to win, you're racing to survive, with plenty of opportunities to take out your opponents in brutal fashion. If that's something you are into, definitely keep your eyes out for Psycho as it drops sometime in 2024. Then we have Drag Racing 3D Streets 2. I am not really a big fan of drag racing, but if you are, this one looks like a good option. It's a sequel to Streets that build on everything that made the original game a hit, with even more realistic car physics, detailed environments, and a deep customization system. From what I've seen, the game focuses on short, high-stakes races where timing and precision are everything, making it a perfect pick for fans of fast, no-nonsense racing. The game also seems to offer a variety of cars and upgrades, allowing you to fine-tune your ride before hitting the roads. With more detailed city streets and challenging opponents, Streets 2 looks like it's going to deliver an even more immersive and exciting experience than its predecessor. If you loved the first game, this sequel should be right up your alley. And it's free. Last but not least, we got, I don't know how to pronounce it, but Kanjuzoku Wangan Runners, a game that's shaping up to be a pretty realistic take on street racing. Now, we don't have a trailer, so there's a lot we don't know about it, but from what I've gathered, it offers over 100 kilometers of open roads, which is definitely going to give you plenty of space to push your car to its limits. And it also seems to focus on delivering an authentic driving experience, which should appeal to those who prefer realism over arcade-style racing. Without visuals to go on, it's hard to say exactly what to expect in terms of gameplay and features, but it's definitely worth keeping an eye out on. Now let's look at some awesome free-to-play racing games that you can play right now. First up, we got JDM Rise of the Scorpion, which has quickly become a favorite among street racing fans, especially those who love drifting and Japanese car culture. Players are raving about its authentic street racing experience, complete with a lineup of iconic JDM cars that you can customize and race through the stunningly gorgeous landscapes. The game captures the underground racing vibe perfectly, making it a hit with fans who love a bit of illegal racing. What sets JDM Rise of the Scorpion apart is its depth and attention to detail. The customization options allow players to tweak their cars to perfection, and the variety of races and challenges keeps the gameplay exciting for a very long time. For a free game, it offers a lot of content and a true street racing experience, making it a top pick for anyone who's into the JDM scene or street racing in general. Then we have Asphalt Legends Unite, which is a fast-paced, arcade-style racing game that is doing pretty well with the PC fans. I mean, the graphics look pretty amazing, and it's also got a wide roster of cars, making every race feel thrilling and different from the last. The game delivers on the promise of exciting, action-packed races that you can jump into at any time, which is exactly what fans of the series have come to expect. What sets Asphalt Legends Unite apart is its variety of race modes and the ability to compete in both solo challenges and multiplayer challenges. The game offers plenty of customization options, allowing you to personalize your cars and stand out on the track. The game also seems to be receiving regular updates and fresh content, keeping the players engaged and entertained, making it a top choice for anyone looking for a free arcade racing experience. Talk Drift has become a go-to game for fans of drifting, and it's easy to see why. This game is all about realistic drifting experience with plenty of awesome cars that are tailor-made to offer just that. The game's detailed car customization options and physics make it stand out, giving you the tools to further enhance your experience. And the best part is, you can choose to go solo, or you can take on your friends in the game's multiplayer modes. You can also find many community-driven events and tournaments that add an extra layer of excitement and content to the mix, making Talk Drift a must-play for anyone who loves the art of drifting. Next up is Race Room, which is kinda old, but still a great racing game with highly positive reviews, and it's free. Players love its authentic driving experience, with spot-on car physics, detailed tracks, and a strong focus on motorsport accuracy. The game features plenty of officially licensed cars and tracks that sets it apart, making it a favorite for those who crave a true-to-life racing sim. It also comes packed with various race modes, events, and the ability to race against both AI and online rivals, so there's a lot of options for casual and competitive gameplay. It even receives updates after all these years with an active community keeping the game fresh and engaging. Screwdrivers caught my attention for its totally different racing experience. It's a game that's all about creativity and chaos. I haven't played it yet, but from what I've seen, this game offers a unique twist on racing by letting you build and customize your own wild vehicles from scratch. You can piece together a car from random parts or just have fun with outrageous designs. Screwdrivers seems to be all about embracing the fun side of racing without taking things too seriously. The gameplay appears to focus on fast-paced, action-packed races where anything can happen, thanks to the wild and unpredictable nature of the custom vehicles. If If you're looking for a game that lets you unleash your creativity while still delivering solid racing action, Screwdrivers looks like a great option, and that too for free. That brings us to the end of our list. Let me know which of these games do you think are worth waiting for. Also, if you are looking for those big budget AAA entries, check out my previous video. And if you enjoyed watching this video, make sure to hit that subscribe button for more.